Welcome to the official housing market podcast of the Massachusetts Association of Realtors. My name is Eric McDougall, and I'm the Communications and Media Production Manager for MAR. I'm filling in for your normal host and the association's Communications Director, Eric Berman. I'm joined today by our 2016 President, Annie Blatz. Annie is the branch executive and designated realtor for Kinlan Grover Real Estate in Brewster. Hello, Annie.
Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you. I'd like to welcome you to your first MAR Housing podcast as president.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Today we'll be talking about both the December and the 2015 year-end housing numbers. So are you ready for the questions?
I think I am.
All right. So what happened with closed sales in December?
I'm happy to say that single-family closed sales went up again for the 7th straight month. Condominium sales, after a slight dip, less than 1%, a couple months back in October, were back up for the 2nd straight month. Median prices for single-family home sales continue to go up, and were up almost 5% over last year. Condo median prices stayed flat from December of last year. We've seen significant increases in pending sales for most of the year, which gives us a good idea that closed sales will go up in the coming months. However, one interesting point to note, December pending home sales, which we reported earlier this month, were up again, even with the Federal Reserve raising the short-term interest rate. This just goes to show how much demand there is right now. Also, there has been minimal impact from the new closing procedures that went live in October. All good news.
All right. Now, are there any positive news in the terms of inventory?
No, I'm sorry to say that there were not. Another month of sales data and another month of inventory going down. This is good news if you are a seller, because you'll sell your home quickly if it's priced correctly. But for those folks looking to buy, it's a challenge. I think 2016 is a year where we all have to get serious about increasing inventory. Unfortunately, it's going to take more than just homeowners putting their homes on the market. We need other sources, and that's the challenge. There is so much to be excited about when you think that General Electric made the decision to move here. If we want other companies to move here, and if we want to continue to be in demand in Massachusetts, then we'll not only need to create more housing for the people we want to attract, but also for those we want to keep here.
Now let's talk some of the year-end numbers. Can you talk about the year-end closed sales?
Yes, I'm happy to report, not that it's much of a surprise, that both single-family home sales and condo sales closed up in 2015 compared to 2014. In fact, more homes closed in 2015 than in the peak bubble years of 2004 and 2005. What is remarkable about this is that while interest rates continue to be near all-time lows, accessing to financing still isn't where it needs to be. This just highlights the strength of the Massachusetts market and the desire for people who want to be here despite the low inventory. While the condo market doesn't see the same highs in closed sales, the 2015 median price of condos, $322,200, that's $322,200, is the highest we've seen. The demand for condos, especially luxury condos in Boston, combined with low inventory, really pushed up prices.
All right. Now, I know you're a realtor and not a psychic, but where do you see the market going in 2016? What do you see it being like?
Well, I'm not sure that I can call these predictions, but this is what we know and what could happen. Pending sales have been up 33 out of the last 34 months. And from our realtor confidence indexes and talking to the realtors in my office and around the state, we don't see that slowing anytime soon. Interest rates will continue to be a concern. They've been so low for so long that if they go up significantly, there will be an impact. If they go up a point or more, buyers will have less buying power. Another less frequently talked about issue are those homeowners who don't want to give up the super low interest rates they currently have. They might want to move, but will be less inclined to do so. The lack of inventory will continue to be an issue if we don't add more housing. And while I mentioned this earlier, there is one aspect of this I didn't mention. If sellers feel like there are no homes to buy if they sell, they may decide to make their current homes bigger. While that may be a good move for the individual on a micro level, on a macro level, that usually means that a first-time homebuyer house is moved into the move-up category. This brings us to first-time homebuyers. This is a group that is certainly hurting. Not only are home prices steep, but rents are expensive, making it difficult for this group to save to come up with a down payment. I think 2016 can be a great year, but there will be challenges we'll have to overcome.
Well, Annie, for your first market podcast, how do you think you did?
Well, I don't think it was too bad once we jumped over the technical obstacles.
Always tech obstacles. Thank you for dealing with me. I think you did a great job. That's all we have for today. Thank you, Annie, and I look forward to speaking to you next month.
Great. Thanks a lot.